If you think your audience is stressing you out, they're not. Not saying you're afraid of your audience, but you are afraid of what your mind believes their reactions mean about you. Your stress doesn't come from them, it comes from interpretation. Welcome back. I'm Dr. Sherman Rivers. Today we're going to free you from a major creative illusion. Your audience is not the source of your stress. Your perception of your audience is. This is one of the most important concepts in creative metaphysics, because once you understand this, you stop trying to control how people see you and start focusing on showing up as who you really are. Let's break this down. You see, your audience isn't the threat. Your interpretation is. Creators often say, I'm scared of what people will think. I'm nervous about how my audience will react. I don't want people to judge me. But your audience can't create stress inside of you. They can only trigger what is already there. Your stress comes from things like your expectations, your insecurities, your interpretations, your meaning making, not from the audience itself. If a stranger comments, your body reacts not to the comment, but to the meaning attached to it. You're not afraid of people, you're afraid of being seen. You think the stress comes from them. That word, them, they and them. But the real discomfort comes from being visible, being vulnerable, being evaluated, being exposed, being misunderstood, being judged, being compared, or being interpreted. These fears existed before your audience did. They were shaped during your childhood, cemented through past experiences, and carried into your creative life. Your audience just activates these old emotional patterns. The audience essentially becomes a mirror for your self-perception. Your audience is neutral, but to your mind, they become a mirror for your fears, a measure of your worth, a judge of your identity, a validator of your talent, a confirmation of your insecurities. Every reaction is interpreted through your internal state. For example, someone comments, "This wasn't clear." If you feel insecure, that means they think I'm incompetent. If you feel confident, that means I can communicate this better next time. Same comment, different meaning, different stress level. The stress doesn't come from them. It comes from you. This is a matter of projection. Let's talk about why creators project pressure onto their audience. At a deeper level, creators project pressure outward because it feels safer. It reduces self-blame. It has a way of externalizing that doubt. Essentially, it avoids identity pain. Hey, quick break, quick message. If you are stuck forcing output or constantly trying to control your creative process, this is for you. Creative Metaphysics is a free weekly newsletter exploring why creators struggle and how clarity replaces force. Join free at creativemetaphysics.com or scan the QR code you see on your screen. There's also a link down in the description. It protects your vulnerability. It's easier to say, I'm afraid of them, than to say, I'm afraid of feeling not enough. The audience becomes a symbolic threat for unresolved internal fears. And your nervous system reacts to interpretation, not reality. So your body isn't reacting to actual danger, it's reacting to perceived danger. When you post content, your nervous system asks questions like, what will this mean about me if people don't like it? What if I get misunderstood? What if I get judged? What if I get nothing but silence? What if I lose credibility? These are identity fears, not audience fears. The audience is simply the canvas your mind projects meaning onto. So I'll let you in on a secret. Freedom comes from taking your power back. You can't control how people react, who watches, who comments, who misunderstands, who supports you, or who ignores you. But you can control how you interpret reactions, how you anchor your identity, how you manage visibility, how you show up, how you speak your truth. And once you stop giving your audience the power to define your identity, you become unstoppable. So, food for thought. Your audience isn't the threat. Your interpretation is. Once you shift the meaning that you attach to visibility, your stress disappears. Your creativity expands and your voice becomes stronger. In the next video in this micro series, we're going to discuss the difference between strategy and control.